Hello and welcome to Bite Sized Recipes, Episode 5. I'm your host, Anna, and today is January 5th, 2025. Joining me on this culinary adventure is my good friend and foodie extraordinaire, Finn. How's it going, Finn?
Hey Anna, it's going great. I'm thrilled to dive into today's topic. It's all about cooking something that sounds incredibly delicious: wild boar in Burgundy wine.
Yes, indeed. This is a dish with both rustic charm and gourmet flair. And while it might sound a bit intimidating, we're here to break it down and share some fun tidbits along the way. Finn, shall we kick off with a bit of history for our listeners?
Absolutely. Wild boar in Burgundy wine, or Wildschwein in Burgunder, as you'd say in German, hails from European traditions where game meats are a celebrated part of culinary heritage. Wild boar has a rich, earthy flavor that pairs perfectly with red wines, especially those from Burgundy, France.
That explains the name. And the process of marinating the meat in wine and spices adds layers of flavor while also tenderizing what can sometimes be a tough cut of meat, right?
Exactly. The marination process is key here. It involves soaking the meat in a tantalizing mix of Burgundy wine, red wine vinegar, and aromatic herbs and spices. This acts much like a culinary magic trick, transforming the tough texture into something wonderfully melt in your mouth over a few days.
So patience and wine plays a big role in this dish. Let's walk through the preparation process. How do we get started?
First, you want to gather the ingredients for the marinade: a bundle of soup vegetables like carrots, celery, and leeks, a large chopped onion, sprigs of thyme, peppercorns, 2 bay leaves, and some juniper berries. You mix these with 125 milliliters of red wine vinegar and 750 milliliters of Burgundy wine.
Wow, that sounds like quite the aromatic mix already. What comes next?
Once the marinade is ready, place your 1.3 kilograms boneless wild boar roast into a large bowl and ensure it's covered entirely by this flavorful concoction. It's recommended to let it marinate in the fridge for a minimum of 24 hours, though 3 days would be perfect for maximum tenderness and taste.
So it's almost like an investment in flavor. And isn't it crucial to turn the meat a couple of times each day while it's marinating?
That's right, Anna. Turning helps ensure that every bit of the meat absorbs the flavors evenly. After marination, you'll remove the meat, pat it dry, and season it with salt and freshly ground white pepper.
Once the meat's ready, we move into the cooking phase. Can you take us through the steps, Finn?
Absolutely. Start by preheating your oven to 200 degrees Celsius. Then, in a large roasting pan or Dutch oven, heat 4 tablespoons of sunflower oil and sear the wild boar on all sides. This locks in the juices and forms a beautiful crust.
Nothing like the sizzle of searing meat. And what about the marinade?
You've got to strain the marinade to remove the solids, then deglaze the pan with this liquid goodness once the boar is seared. Reduce the heat to a gentle simmer, cover the pan, and let it cook for about 2 hours until the meat is tender.
2 hours to tender perfection. And I'm guessing the finished dish isn't complete without a delicious sauce.
You guessed right, Anna. After the cooking time, strain the braising liquid again, give it a taste test, and thicken it with a bit of cornstarch dissolved in water. This becomes a luscious sauce to serve with the meat, which you'll slice into thick, juicy portions.
To round off the meal, I see that it's traditionally served with cooked Savoy cabbage. That sounds like the perfect complement to the rich flavors of the dish.
Yes, the cabbage adds a great texture and a touch of freshness to the plate. All these elements come together for a seriously impressive dinner, ideal for impressing your guests.
It does sound incredible, and maybe even easier than some might think. Shall we run through the full list of ingredients for our listeners?
Definitely. Here we go. For the wild boar: 1.3 kilograms boneless wild boar roast, salt and freshly ground white pepper, 4 tablespoons sunflower oil, 1 tablespoon cornstarch dissolved in 1 tablespoon water for thickening, cooked Savoy cabbage for serving. For the marinade: 1 bundle of soup vegetables, coarsely chopped, 1 large onion, coarsely chopped, 3 sprigs thyme, finely chopped, 1 teaspoon peppercorns, 2 bay leaves, 1 teaspoon juniper berries, 125 milliliter red wine vinegar, 750 milliliter Burgundy red wine.
Thanks for that, Finn. That about wraps it up for today's episode, folks. I hope you're inspired to try making wild boar and Burgundy wine at home. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, Amazing Talks, and let us know in the comments how the dish turned out for you.
And be sure to tune in tomorrow for our next episode, where we'll explore another bite-sized culinary adventure. Thanks for joining us, and happy cooking.
Until next time, bye for now.